Hello everyone, we are another nerdy couple, and in today's video we're talking about the craziest, the heaviest, the series finale for WandaVision.
Y'all, I try to smile through like the hello everyone. I'm always like, and then once we start, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
But like, I couldn't even make it through hello
Couldn't even
everyone.
keep up the facade.
My goodness, y'all, you should have seen my face
Oh.
when we were done watching this show. I kept wanting to say movie.
Might as well.
Covered, shirt wet, like just drenched, tears. So many.
It was hilarious.
I can't.
But before,
it was hilarious.
Yeah.
You're the worst.
Before we get to what made it so sad, we should talk about the whole episode, because the sadness kind of came more so at the end, at least towards the middle.
Yeah, the end was sad.
Right? So, it starts off right where the last episode left off, with the leashes on the children, and Agatha's like, come at me, bro,
Mm-hmm.
So that's exactly what Wanda does, they get the fight going, and she's absorbing her power, and she's like, boy, you don't even know. You don't even know what it is to be a witch.
Her hands get all old.
Her gets all old and black. I was like, oh.
Ooh, something that she said during that, when this first thing, Agnes goes, I take power from the undeserving. And
Yeah.
I go, Oh, you just take power from whoever you want.
Yeah, exactly. That she calls them the undeserving because she thinks that she should be the most powerful person, probably. So everyone is undeserving according to her. So that's probably where that thinking comes from. And it's funny because, this is happening, and then Wanda's like, okay, so she's just stealing my powers whenever I hit her with the powers. So she kind of like, secretly does her hand motion, and she brings a car and just smacks Agatha with the car. And I was like, okay, nice. But clearly she can't be dead. It's the first 5 minutes of the whole video, the whole episode. And then it's funny because you get the shot of just her boots under the red car. Yeah. And it looks like Wizard of Oz, which was just like, it was just nice, keeping up with the like the homages.
Yeah, it was a cute little trope.
Right.
Yeah. So during the fight, that's when White Vision comes in too.
Yes.
And so he comes in.
Oh my goodness.
And then he's fighting.
Wanda too. Yeah, the first thing he does is he approaches Wanda, and he puts his hand, and that one already got me right from the beginning, because that one was like, I was scared. My heart was racing when that happened. Exactly, Wanda. Yeah, and then he just starts squeezing, and
her cheeks are just like, oh.
Her cheeks, and you hear like the bones cracking. I'm like,
Yeah, not fun. And then Vision flies in, whoosh.
Right.
And takes him.
Yeah, and so you have the classic Marvel mirror matchup. Vision fighting White Vision, Scarlet Witch fighting another witch. Type of thing. So that one's getting a little bit old, but still, I mean, fantastic. Yeah. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, it was good.
Right.
And I'm glad, too, because like you said, it is getting old, so we didn't see a lot of Vision fighting Vision.
Right.
It was very background.
It was in the background,
fights,
right.
Which is good, because it's like, really, that fight, do you really
it's like,
care?
yeah.
But Scarlet Witch and
Agatha.
was
the main event.
That was awesome.
Yeah. And so she tells her kids, like, get in the house, man. And they're like, no, we can help him. She's like, get him. Right. So then Agatha, she appears, and then she disappears. She goes somewhere else. So now Wanda is looking for her. She's like, yo, where are you at?
And they get to, the
town square,
center, yeah. And she pops up, and she's telling her all these things. And I think that's when she goes that your destiny is to destroy the world. And we're like,
so she's like, you're the Scarlet Witch, and in the Book of the Damned, it is your destiny to destroy the world. And listen. I don't think Marvel is going to take this oh no, it's just some random thing that some book. No, dude, that is a prophecy. And somehow, some way, she's going to destroy it. And we saw a film theory the other day by Matt Pat, great dude. Film theory. Who said that, people have been speculating that she would expand the Marvel universe and, bring in the X-Men and bring in all these other types of people. But his theory was that she would fracture the universe and break it into small pieces. So that could be how she destroys the world, because she destroys the timeline and the cohesiveness of it all, and she creates the fractures within the universe.
Yeah.
Or she could just blow up the whole world,
Either one. Yeah. Yeah. So then the next thing that happens in this is which is okay. So with that, in Mad Hatter theory, he also kept mentioning Dottie from way back. And the next thing that Agatha does is she starts waking people up. And she starts with Dottie. And I was like, oh, does Mad Pat actually, is he on to something? He wasn't. In that vein.
As far as we know. As far as we know.
Oh, I guess. Then Agatha just wakes everybody up.
Right.
And
they just start circling her like, yo, what's going on? And I have kids.
Yeah. Dottie approached her the nicest.
Oh, yeah.
Which is funny because she was the first one to wake up. She was like, just please wake up my kid.
Yeah, like I just want to see my kid. Yo.
Yeah. And like, she's like, they can be friends. Like, that way your kids aren't here alone.
They can be friends, or they could even be the school bully. Like, just anything. Let me see my kids again, you know?
But then everyone else was just like, why did you do this?
Right.
I used to resist you. I don't know why I did. And like, stuff like that. And I was just
the thing that resonated with me the most, or that struck me the most, was the old lady, Mrs. Hart. She said, when we sleep, we have your nightmares. And I was like, oh, that can't be good. Those are not good nightmares, yo. Like, that's terrible.
Yeah,
you know?
That's rough.
So she, Wanda, eventually understands, like, okay, I can't, like, I'm really hurting these people, you know?
Yeah.
I have to let them go. So she opens up Westview, she opens up the bubble, and people just start booking it, right?
She tells them, she's like, run, you know? And she's there like, you know, doing her thing.
And of course, Hayward sees this as his opportunity to infiltrate, right? So he's coming in, the normal people are dipping, and her family is getting dusted. And she's seeing, you know, Vision like start getting dusted first, and she's like, oh, that's not good. And then her kids were running towards her because the witch boy. Oh
yeah, witch boy. He was like, she's in trouble when all the people were coming at her.
Right. So they're there, and then now they're getting dusted, and she's like, oh no.
Yeah.
So she has to close it back up to save their lives, or else she would be the one to kill them, right? Kind of. Even though, like, they technically never really existed. They're not real.
No,
yeah.
Yeah, that was hard to see.
And then now we're back to fighting again, right? And we get this, you pointed it out, like this kind of like Incredibles moment.
Oh, yeah.
Where the whole family just kind of like, all right, let's go, you know?
Yeah.
And that was great. And so Vision just immediately turns around and starts fighting White Vision, and you have Wanda fighting Agatha. But something that I really appreciated with this Vision and White Vision fight is that it started off, you know, a brawl, right? But these two beings are very smart, very logical, and it turned into a discussion.
Yeah. Our Vision says something like, oh,
why are you doing this?
Yeah, what's your objective kind of thing? And he goes, to destroy Vision. And he goes, well, I'm not really Vision.
Right.
And he's like about to fight back, and then he goes, elaborate.
Yeah.
You know?
I require further elaboration.
And so then they get into this whole like conundrum thing.
Right. This, you know, hypothetical question, right? Yeah.
And they're like, so are we both Vision or neither of us Vision? And like this whole thing.
Our Vision has the memories, or not the memories, but like the mind of Vision, and White Vision has the body of Vision, the actual physical body of Vision. And then they kind of like, White Vision's like, so neither one of us is the real Vision. Both of us are the real Vision.
Yeah. And so with that conversation, then our Vision like wakes him up.
He
White Vision
touches him right in the in the blue.
In the blue. Yeah, he touches it and he like brings back all the memories.
Right.
Of real Vision. And so White Vision now has real Vision's memories.
Right.
And then he goes, I am Vision.
I am Vision.
Oh,
I am
Vision. Love that so much. I didn't even think about that when I did this. He says, I am Vision.
Right.
And then he flies away.
Right.
And it's like, ooh, we gonna see him again.
Exactly. And it's just so awesome because, you know, clearly that has to be a reference to I am Iron Man both times.
Yeah.
You know? And it's great because, like, that's, you know, I am Iron Man, that's start of Iron Man 1, and this is the start of White Vision, or whatever he's going to be called. So, like, he's like, oh, yeah, that's me. let the world know, like, I'm Vision, y'all. I'm back.
I am Vision. Yep. I love it. So yeah, he flies away. That's pretty much the end of the Vision story.
Right.
Then we go back to
Wanda
and Agnes. Which,
right.
Ooh. Okay. They're in the sky.
Hit me with it.
They're shooting. She's shooting blast, right?
Well, before they get into the sky, Wanda does the mind wigglies.
Oh,
you remember?
Mind wigglies. Yeah.
She gets back to her roots.
Yeah, giving people nightmares with her
exactly
red oogly woos. I think is how he described it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So they nightmare. She's in Salem.
Right.
Then they all are like, "Oh, you're the Scarlet Witch."
All right. They turn on her.
Take her. Whole thing. Wanda knocks them out.
Right.
Now we're in the sky.
Now we in the sky. Take it away.
We're in the sky, and she's throwing blasts at her. And Agnes is like,
she just ignoring
and Wanda's getting all old, like the power's being sucked out of her.
She's getting wrinkly.
But Wanda kept missing. Okay?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
She kept missing.
That's how they popped up.
And I go, that has to be on purpose.
That has to be.
Wanda cannot be throwing so many ones that are missing. Like,
because she could just adjust the trajectory if she wanted to.
Yeah, and I feel like Agnes noticed she was missing too. There was like a moment where she was like,
hold up.
She sucks.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's something there.
Right.
And like they even show us from the outside her hitting the wall.
Right.
And then Agnes is ready. She's got all the power. And Wanda's all like, oh, I'm so weak. No. And Agnes goes,
"Pa." What's going on?
And then you just see Wanda go.
It zooms out a little bit.
Yeah.
And you just, the runes on the whole bubble of Westview, on the hex.
The hex.
And Wanda's just so smug. She's like, runes, baby.
Runes, wherever they're cast. And she like reverberates
explains it. Yeah.
Reiterates
okay.
what Agnes had said to her, and she's like, "Oh, thanks for the lesson, but that's the only thing I need from you," something like that.
Right.
And then she just blasts her.
Just
destroys Agnes.
And she starts taking her powers, and as she's taking her powers, she becomes the Scarlet Witch. And like she's glowing red, and like you see the silhouette of her new costume, and it's just like, oh man, it's gonna happen. And then like the red stuff goes away, and she's in full Scarlet Witch costume, and it's just like, bro, this is incredible. It looks so cool. She looks like a terrifying person.
She looks awesome. All right, she slays in that outfit. So good.
Oh yeah.
So great. Very kick butt.
Exactly. And I think kind of at this point, like in the middle of that fight going on, her children.
Oh yes, because when she flies up, she goes, "Boys, handle the military."
Handle the military. Yeah, that's called delegating.
And so something really funny with the boys, the speedy one. Well, the witch paused them,
right?
And then the speedy one like runs through and like
takes
grabs
all
the
their
glasses
guns.
and the hat, and obviously all the guns,
right?
But then Hayward comes out, shoot,
tries to kill the kids. But then Monica Rambeau, Photon pops up, and she lets the bullets pass through her, but slows them down.
Yeah.
I don't know what her powers are. I don't know.
Unclear. I feel like she's got a few.
Right. Because of the eye colors, right? Because when she was letting the bullets go past her, her eyes were yellow. When she first entered the hex, her eyes were blue.
Also, I think when she discovered Ralph, her eyes were purple.
Let's talk about Ralph for a second.
Let's not talk about Ralph.
Come on.
Honestly, I was disappointed.
It was a little bit disappointing. He's definitely the witness protection guy.
Oh,
I think he's definitely the witness protection guy.
Yeah, because why would a guy like Ralph Boner be there?
So,
and also Boner.
Right, Ralph Boner, like that was a lame joke. What is his real name then? Is that Quicksilver? Like, did no, I don't think so, because when she removed the thing, like he was like, oh no, I'm sorry, like don't hurt me.
Yeah, no, he was lame.
He was like powerless.
He was lame.
So he was just he was just our universe's guy.
Him, yeah. No, Ralph Boner.
Right.
So lame.
Like, what did he do to be in witness protection? I don't know. I feel like there's got to be something more to that.
You think there's more to Ralph?
I think there has to be. Like you don't just get that guy, you know. But I mean, maybe they did to throw us off.
Maybe it was just to be like, haha, Pietro.
They were really good at throwing us off. Fantastic. Incredible. We were all over the place.
Shoot, where were we? Yes, the kids in the military is what you wanted to talk about, but we did already.
We did that.
Okay. We fought everybody.
Right. So now, Hayward. So after he shoots the kids, he gets in his car and he's like, I guess I'm just gonna ram them, right? So he backs up a little bit and then he switches gears, about to go forward, and then our girl Darcy just bop with whatever the truck was that she was in with Vision. It's like a food truck,
like ice cream or something.
Yeah. And so she pins him against the wall, and he's there now, can't get out. He's trapped, and that's it. So we got him, right? So Vision's gone. Hayward's trapped.
I wonder if that was actually Darcy. Like, the actress. I wonder if they made her film that. Just because, like, that seems kind of lame. Because that was the only scene with her. Like, she wasn't even in the debriefing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because you just heard her voice.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, so that's basically how everything gets wrapped up, like, in terms of the conflicts. But then you have Wanda and Vision talking, and she's like, I'm going to make this right. And Vision's like, but not for us. Like, I know you're going to make it right, but not for us. And she was like, yeah, pretty much.
Quick, back up.
Aside.
Agnes, I don't understand what happened there.
All right.
So she, like, traps Agatha
as
Agnes.
And she was like, no, but I could teach you.
And she's like,
if I need you, I'll let you know.
Yeah, and she's like, if I need you, I know where to find you.
Right.
And so she traps her as
Agatha. Agnes.
She traps Agatha as Agnes.
As the nosy neighbor.
But she traps her in the hex.
Which she is now collapsing and destroying.
Yeah, because so as her way of making it right, she takes down the hex, obviously.
Right.
Which was the most heart-wrenching scene in the world.
Yeah. No, she was crying. Like just crying.
When I say I was covered in tears, I was covered in tears.
I am so thankful to Marvel, right? Thank you guys for not showing me the kids dying. I'm serious. If you would have shown me that would have been terrible. Like, it would have hurt. And it's just like, we don't need that. Vision dying, good enough. Don't need to see Wanda seeing her kids die.
Yeah. So we're pulling in the hex. We're walking home. Vision says, why don't we go home? And she goes, okay. So we go home. She's pulling in the hex. We put the boys to bed.
Right.
We're essentially saying goodbye to them.
Mm-hmm.
And then she says something like, thanks for
choosing me as your mother.
Mom.
Yeah. Stop.
And then we go downstairs and she's turning off the lights and she's getting ready. And Vision says, it's bad luck to say goodbye in the dark. Yeah, I read that it's bad luck to say goodnight and goodbye in the dark.
She was like, no, you didn't.
Yeah. And then he's like, I just wanted to see you. And she goes, and he's like, you're beautiful or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and they have this really heartfelt moment.
They have this little, whatever. And it starts closing in and you can see it right there. And then it starts getting the walls.
Right.
And they do this like circle shot where it's like them interlocked and then the walls are going through the decades.
Exactly.
And then we get to Vision and he said he goes through all the things that he's been. He's like, I was a voice without a body and then I was a body but not quite human or something like that.
Now I'm a memory.
And now I'm a memory. Oh, because he asks, what am I? Yeah. Which was also another, I don't remember everything, though.
Right.
And then...
Sadness, hope.
Yeah. And so after he goes through all the things that he has been, he says, we'll say hello again.
No.
Or maybe she says it?
She says it. Because he was like, I guess this is goodbye. And she was like, we'll say hello again.
Say hello again. As he, disappears all around.
And then he says, so long, Wanda. And then he...
Farewell.
Gone.
Yeah.
Right?
Really hard to watch.
And then that's it. There's no more bubble. There's no more hex. And she just starts leaving. She has a quick little...
Oh, yeah. The house is gone. Right. It's just the plot that we saw from when she made everything.
Yeah. She has a quick little interaction with Monica that's like, I'm sorry. And she's like, I would have done the same thing, whole thing. And she flies away. Right?
In full Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch. costume. Oh my god, dude, that thing is just so good. Anyway, so that's, credits, right? But keep watching. There's two post-credit scenes.
Make sure you watch both.
Exactly. So the first one is
Monica.
Let's
go back a second. Her conversation with Monica before she left.
Okay.
Something that she said that I think is important.
Uh-huh.
I don't understand this power.
Right.
But I will.
And
that's basically, hey, by the way, in Doctor Strange, he's going to teach me how to use this power.
Exactly. And so she is in the exact same boat as our resident Elizabeth, because she has always complained. She's like, I don't understand what her powers are. And I say, stop. She's the best.
I don't get it. I never liked Wanda because I did not like her powers.
Yeah.
I was like, why can she do too many things?
Right.
She's just... Like, I have the same problem with Doctor Strange. I don't like magic.
She don't like magic. Wanda, totally, definitely my new favorite character now.
But then, okay, so then Hayward, he said she's telekinetic and telepathic. And I go, perfect.
Yeah.
We've got,
Blew that up.
What she is. Love it. Moving forward. Telepathic and telekinetic.
Scarlet
and, that's where I was. I was like, she's telepathic and telekinetic. I can get on board.
Nope.
And now she's the freaking Scarlet Witch.
Chaos
what does that
magic.
even mean?
Chaos magic, baby.
What does that mean?
Chaos magic.
But I love it. I'm on board.
Mm-hmm.
She is kick butt, and she is awesome, and I'm on board.
Right. So, first post-credit scene is Monica in the thing, and, Jimmy Woo's giving out orders, kind of like he's Captain America.
Also, very flirtatious.
Very flirtatious. Very flirtatious. Like, oh, I like you in charge, or, whatever. And then some random person that Monica recognizes, approaches her, and she's like, I need to talk to you in the theater, right?
She says they're waiting for you in the theater.
They're waiting for you in the theater. So Monica's like, okay, cool. We get to the theater. The person's like, shoop, scroll, baby. I'm an old friend of your mother's, or I know a friend of your mother's. He would like to see you, right? So he would like to see you. It's a scroll, friend of her mother's. It's Nick Fury. And she was like, okay, where is he at, though? Space.
Yeah. An old friend of your mother's heard that you were grounded. He wants to see you.
Right.
Okay, where is he? Where can we meet?
Space.
And so it's like, okay, so she's going up there.
Right, she's going to do some superhero stuff up in the space realms.
Yeah.
Then, more credits, second post-credit scene. Very nice, picturesque mountain valley thing. There's mountains in there, and she's just a little house, Scarlet Witch, sitting in the front, sipping some tea. Me and Lizzy, we were watching it. We were like, oh, dude, Doctor Strange is totally in there. He's going to be teaching her the ropes about how to be a witch. And she, like, the tea goes off, like, tea that's totally British.
Him,
it's Benny Cumby,
Exactly.
And she fills up her tea, and then the camera goes past Wanda and into the next room, where it's Wanda again.
It's Wanda! But she's like...
She's Scarlet Witched.
Yeah, she's, like, in her, like, separate mind.
Right. She's reading a book.
She's reading a book, and you can hear the kids.
You can see her
calling them out.
Right.
Help me, And it's reminiscent of a scene we heard earlier, and like I remember them calling out, so it was just like a recording.
When they were getting dusted.
No, not today's dusted. That was a different Help Me.
Okay, maybe you say so. I think it was today's dusted.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
But yeah, and so she's reading this book, and so she's learning, and like also, why are the kids in the book?
Right. So that goes back to the thing with Agnes of like, why did we change Agatha back into Agnes if we were destroying the Hex? And it's that, did we destroy the Hex? Or did she just preserve it in a smaller area?
Yeah, like,
and is able to keep it? Right. So that she doesn't kill them, but she just transforms their reality a little bit, And so maybe.
And she's trying to figure out how to get them back out of it. And I'm assuming also she would want to pull out Vision.
Hey, but listen, man, she was reading that book, the Book of the Damned, I assume, which is the book that says she's going to destroy the world. Listen, okay?
Are you listening?
Hey, are you listening? Because I don't know what I'm about to say. She's about to she's starting down the path. Yeah. She's getting there.
Yeah.
She's going to be the villain, and I'm going to love it, and it's going to be awesome. I love villains.
Yes. Something that I want to say. There was all this talk about like the big star that Vision was gonna work with.
It was himself.
Right, like I don't get it.
It was himself. Like, so I think I saw something that was like, oh yeah, no, it was just me that I get to be in the scene with me. It was a joke.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Paul,
right.
Why'd you do that?
Exactly. So there's no Doctor Strange. There's no Mr. Fantastic, anything like that. No crazy.
Yeah, we never meet that.
Right, the astrophysicist. So there was no crazy cameo. But honestly, I like how it ended. I like the ending of the series. I am content with her not getting help from anyone else right now, at least. And if she does reach out to Doctor Strange, cool. If she's a villain for Doctor Strange, even cooler.
Yeah, I think they did a great job with this show, and I really liked this episode, and I think it was a solid ending.
Mm-hmm.
And even with like all the theories and stuff that we thought were gonna happen, and like Mephisto and Mr. Fantastic and the multiverse and all the things that we thought were gonna come out of it, like it not coming through is totally fine because I think they did a great job with what it was.
And we can talk more about those kinds of things next week when we talk about our season review. So stick around for that. So gotta rate it. Gotta rate.
20 out of 10 tiers.
20 out of 10 tiers. 10 Scarlet Witches out of 10 Scarlet Witches.
Excellent episode, but you knew that already.
You knew that.
Make sure you subscribe so that you get to see that season review.
Exactly.
And like and comment down below.
Let us know what you think.
What you thought of this episode. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.